Hello everyone, my name is Katie Ma and today I'm going to be talking to you about Youngstown, Ohio. The question is, what can Youngstown do to further revitalize? This problem is extremely important because Youngstown used to have a huge population. Many people lived here and businesses were booming. When the economy crashed, Youngstown took a hit too. Many people left and many businesses could no longer support themselves financially. Now this whole city is very run down and there is a lot of things that we can do to bring life back into this area. We can come up with many things to make this place a better place to live so people will come back and feel more comfortable starting their lives here. All the people who are current residents of Youngstown, Ohio are affected by this problem. There are so many people that have left that the area is now a ghost town. According to an article published in the Hampton Institute, only a few weeks ago, the U.S. Census Bureau released its findings on cities that have lost the most population since the 2010 denial census. At the top of the list, the city of Youngstown, Ohio, the only city to lose more than 2% of its population in 2 years. Less than 2 years before that, the Brooklands Institute revealed that out of the top 100 metropolitan areas in the country, Youngstown registered the highest percentage of its citizens living in concentrated poverty. By revitalizing the area, more people will come back and decide to live here, which will benefit the residents of Youngstown. Youngstown used to be thriving, with people and businesses that were actually doing really well. But now we have lost the majority of our population, and many of the people still living here are not doing well financially. This has been a problem for a while now and will continue to be a problem if we don't take the necessary steps to revitalizing Youngstown. This area is now very run down and there is not much going on here. Everything looks very dirty and abandoned. There are buildings with broken windows and doors, the roads are filled with potholes, there are many vacant buildings which could be the home for many new businesses. So many people have left that we need to find the solution to these problems so that people will come back to Youngstown and it will be a good place to be again. There is very little money flow in Youngstown and the people who are struggling will only continue to struggle. Also, we are not fixing the problems when they first happen, like the potholes and broken into buildings. I think that the main requirements for this solution is definitely creating more jobs in this area. First and foremost, if we have companies coming to Youngstown, then more people who are struggling can find jobs. Then we should start worrying about how the area is being portrayed. If the area looks run down, less people will continue to come here. By fixing potholes, cleaning up parks, fixing up some of the buildings for potential new buyers. There will be some limitations, including financially, but if we have people who volunteered, it will help a lot. The solutions that I've come up with include: number one, have more companies decide to open up in Youngstown, which will help the unemployment. Two, with all the vacant areas in downtown Youngstown, we can get shops, restaurants to open for business so more people will come to the area. And three, clean up the areas of Youngstown like potholes, abandoned buildings, schools, and parks. I think that the most important solution is cleaning up the area because people judge based on appearances. I think that having companies come to Youngstown would be ranked next because it would benefit everyone in Youngstown. A combination of these two solutions would be our best bet to bring life and revitalize this area. To implement this solution, companies need to be contacted to see if they are considering to expand to Youngstown. Next, we would need to get the community to volunteer and begin helping to clean up some areas of Youngstown. Cleaning up parks, buildings, schools, and fixing the potholes in the road will be a huge part to make Youngstown a nicer and cleaner place to live. The most difficult part of this will be getting the companies and businesses to agree to come here. But this will have the biggest reward. We will have to overcome these difficulties with a lot of convincing and negotiation, but it will all be worth it in the long run. I think that all these solutions will definitely revitalize Youngstown. All we have to do now is put the plan in action. Thank you so much for listening.